someday you might see it. Yeah, never say die. Got to go.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to more of the Dynasty series. It's me, Cooper, and today we're going to be talking about Pierre, otherwise known as the Gambler. Yep, the Gambler showed up in Season 1 of GX as an opponent to Alexis Rhodes. He's a bit of a creep. But, guys, let's get into talking about the only deck that's going to be abused by my stat system, because guess what? I don't have a luck stat. Just like how Joey needed a luck stat in my other series, Battle City, Pierre desperately needed me to run a luck stat for him, but I do not have one, which means that his stats are gonna be ass. Because let's take a quick peek at the deck. We got the Blowback Dragons, we got the Abare Ushioni, we got the Sasuke Samurai gift from me, we got the Kai rules, we got the Gambler of Legend, we got the Sand Gambler, we got the Dice Jars, we have the Time Wizards, and we have a bunch of random stuff you must have. We have the second Coin Toss, a really good card to use. We have the Dice Reroll, very handy. We have the Paths of Destiny. We have the Fairy Boxes, and we have the Lucky Chance. This deck is going to be hard to talk about, so let's start with its attack stat. We have a single Tribute Monster at 2300 in Blowback Dragon. Also, this is his boss monster. Not bad at all. 1200, bad. 1200, bad. 1000, bad. 500, bad. 300, bad. 200, bad. 500, bad. This deck does not plan to win by attack stat easily. I'm good. Look, my mind is already made up. This deck is going to receive 2 bars in attack. I'm sorry. Blowback Dragon can technically win the duels with attack stat. It can. But that's where you're getting your 1 bar from. The rest of these are not giving you anything. You are the only reason he gets 2 bars. Okay? You're the only reason, Blowback Dragon. Other than that, he's not getting 2 bars. And yes, a lot of this deck is made up by me, but you guys have to live with that. Welcome to the Dynasty series. So, here we go. Let's go ahead and dive into the defense stat. Bad defense. Not good defense. Not good enough defense. Good defense. This is a good defense. You get a point for that. Not the worst defense. Good defense. This one you get, it's fine. Bad defense. Bad defense. Ooh. This is rough. This is definitely rough. Point for Fairy Box. I'm going to give him 3 bars. I was like, I'm going to give him 2. Nah, I'll give him 3. We got Fairy Box, which is not guaranteed, so I can't give it a full bar for that. So, 3 bars. I'm going to give him 3 bars, everybody. He gets 3 bars in defense stat. Like I said, he's going to get abused by my system here. Now we need to move into the speed stat, and the speed stat is something where I'm going to have to do some reading because I actually don't know what all these cards do. So, no speed here, no speed here. Let's check this one out. Once per turn, you can toss a coin 3 times and apply the appropriate effect. 3 heads, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. 2 heads, discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. 1 head, destroy 1 card you control. 3 tails, discard your entire hand. Nope, that's not speed. Alright, let's try again. What about you? Toss a coin 3 times. If all 3 results are heads, destroy all monsters on your opponent's side of the field. Same effect. If all 3 results are tails, destroy all monsters on your side of the field. Okay. You can only activate this. Oh, cool. So they have to be all 3. That's really risky gambling. Like, that's insane that that's what you have to do. Dice Jar is not a speed card, even though it definitely should be in a way. It goes on a different stat. Time Wizard, not a speed card. It technically goes on a different stat. So, look at this. We have second Coin Toss, technically not a speed card. No. Dice Reroll, not technically a speed card. Paths of Destiny, not technically a speed card. Not technically a speed card. Finally, Lucky Chance. This is considered a speed card because if you call the monster effect correctly on the Coin Toss, you get to draw 1 card immediately after the effect. So, that could be up to a triple draw right there, which means that's a lot of draw potential, which means he does get something in speed, like 2 bars. He gets 2 bars in speed. But now it's time to talk about the skill stat, and the skill stat is where you're going to yell at me. So, here we go. Blowback Dragon, not really based on skill, it's more of an attacker. It can pop 1 monster on the field, that's good and all, but it's not technically doing burn, stall, or anything like that. This card does 1,000 burn, which makes it skill. But it also could do 1,000 burn to you, which makes it anti-skill. Therefore, it does not exist. Sasuke Samurai is all about popping monsters, so don't worry about it. Kai Rule is all about popping monsters, so don't worry about it. This guy's all about popping monsters or discarding, so don't worry about it. It's all luck-based. Dice Jar can do up to 6,000 burn, but you can take up to 6,000 burn. So it's a skill card and it's an anti-skill card. Therefore, I can't give him points. Time Wizard is an anti-skill card by my definition of skill. Second Coin Toss is a skill card because it applies to the positive skill effects of these cards. So this is the only thing in this deck I'm going to consider skill. Alright? Fairy Box will also be considered skill. Thanks to me. These are the only 2 skill cards I'm actually going to consider. Everything else, because this can technically count as direct damage. It's as if your opponent attacked themselves directly. That's the only reason I'm going to count it. And it only can count as it thanks to Second Coin Toss. Pass of Destiny, it's like, but that could kill your opponent. It also could heal your opponent, which is anti-skill. Well, that could heal yourself. It can also kill yourself, which is anti-skill. These cards just cancel each other out. You understand me? They all just cancel each other out. Second Coin Toss is the only thing in this deck I'm really going to count as skill. Therefore, the Gambler shall receive a 1 bar in skill. Let's move on. It's time to talk about the brick stat. These cards are a single tribute, so it's not super bricky. That's not bad. Not bricky at all, not bricky at all, not bricky at all. You're fine. You're not going to brick with this. Solid cards, you're fine. These cards are all useful in your deck. You're fine. These cards technically can be useful in your deck. This card can technically be useful in your deck. You're fine. All of these cards are useful to you. You're fine. None of these cards are bricks. Honestly, even though this Blowout Dragon can kind of technically be considered, because there's so many monsters to summon, I'm going to say it, this deck is unbrickable. If there's any stat he's going to be good at, it's the fact that he's not going to brick. Oh my god, you're so hard to talk about, because my system does not work well when it comes to luck-based characters. Obviously, when there's more than like 2, I'll add a luck stat, but there's never been more than like 2 in a series. So, I'm gonna say it. Pierre, you're not a tournament winner. You're way too reliant on luck. There is a way for you to sneak a victory with all these dice jars and stuff and win a tournament. There is a way to do it. With the Sasuke Samurais, with the fairy boxes, there is a way to do it. But it's so reliant on luck that I am not going to give you the tournament winner status of 2.5 bars. But because your deck does have so much burn, because your deck does have so much potential of just wrecking your opponent, I am going to give you something you don't deserve. I'm going to give you 2-star potential for winning the tournament, which means I don't think you can win the tournament, but I do think you can win duels. I think you can win more than 1 duel in this series, but I don't think you're going to win the tournament. That is basically what those 2 stars means, everybody. This deck is hilarious. I have tested it so many times and shit myself laughing. It is so funny to use this deck. Copy it immediately. I don't care who you are. You need to play this deck against the other people in my Discord chat using the other Dynasty series decks. This deck is so funny. I don't care who you are, you'll love it. Even if you fail 3 times in a row, the time you win is going to feel so good with this gambling deck. It is so funny. So, that's going to be it. Pierre, you got a higher rating than people probably expected based on your stats, but you are a 2-star potential of winning the tournament. And honestly, I love you. You're so much fun. This guy is so much fun to play as. I'll see you all next time for the final review. The final Dynasty deck profile. See you all then.